Are we live? Are we live? Let's see. Let's see if people start being able to see me. I'm gonna keep getting this stuff kind of sorted out like this. We'll put chat right about there. We'll put this right about here. Chat, how we doing? Let me know if you can see and hear me. I think I should be alive and good to go. I see Slayer 2's on. Danny, how we doing, boys? How we feeling tonight? Or this morning, or whatever wherever it is for you guys. Probably nighttime for most of us, or evening. All good, Flashy. What's up? Let me also tweet this out that we are live. If I knew how to spell Twitter, I could get on the website. That would be nice. Chat, I hope we're all doing good, man. Weekday, or I should say weeknight streams, man. Weeknight streams. Joey, what's good? Random, how we doing? How are we doing? Where's my tweet from earlier? I'm gonna quote this like this, live now. Like that. We'll put out that link like that, and that is live. Your alarm went off and you got a heart attack? Oh, Lord. No heart attacks, please. That would be bad. Chat, how we doing? Just here to overrate the Ravens and Thieves players. I love it. I'm doing good, Danny. Thank you for asking. I am doing very good. I'm excited to be doing the tier list video. Look at that. The chat's already in red. I didn't even have to change the color. It just knew what to do. But I'm doing good, man. I am doing good. We had a good day at work, and now it's time to vibe out for a couple hours. And rank these players, man. And we're gonna rank these players. I think everybody should be in here that has played so far this season. We're obviously not gonna rank people that didn't play it in the last split, but I think for the most part, everyone is in here. So I shouldn't have to add anyone, I hope. It's your mother's birthday? Hey, happy birthday to your mom, Danny, for sure. Happy birthdays for Danny's mom in chat. All right, so chat, here is how we're gonna do this. I mean, if you guys were here for the first stream, the first one of these tier list streams I did, after last major, you kind of know how this goes. But essentially, I'm gonna do my list first. It's gonna be a YouTube video, so I gotta, I'll have to do a little YouTube intro and stuff. But I'll do my list first. And then after my list, we'll do the chat's list. So you guys will basically tell me. I mean, we'll get into how you guys do it when we get there, but I'm sure most of you guys were probably here last time. So we will kick it off with my list. I think what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add a Z tier because I do feel like I need one. I think I do need one, and we'll make it blue. The thing with the Z tier is, for me, the Z tier is almost more of like the S tier, and like the D tier is more of like the F tier. But out of respect for the players, no one wants to be put in F tier. D just sounds a little bit better. So we add the Z to sort of give us that full balance, where like B is sort of in the middle. I want to focus on making it sort of a bell curve this time around. Last time around, I had a little bit too many people in S tier. This time around, we're going to focus on trying to make it more of a bell curve where the middle has more of the players. And exactly, there is a lot of separation between these players. So I do think this separation of the tiers is helpful and necessary. Let me do this. I think we're all good here. Good there. I'll put a little message in the Discord, I guess. Bang, like that. Does Z stand for Zo? It does, bro. That's exactly what it stands for. I don't know why Z tier. I saw Octane use a Z tier, and I was like, that's cool. Rather than doing like S plus, because then it doesn't feel different from S. It's just like slightly better. I think Z, I guess, is a good way to do it. It's the Zinni tier. Exactly. See, Tuzon's got it. But yeah, chat, I'm going to do my list first, like I said, and then we're going to do your guys' list after. So, let me pause this music. And I'm gonna roll the intro. I'm gonna do my intro for YouTube. If you guys want to get your high YouTubes in chat, I'm gonna do the intro for YouTube, and then we'll just vibe out, and I'll obviously edit it into a YouTube video probably tomorrow morning, because for some reason YouTube streams take a bit of time to like before I can download them for whatever reason. So Z should be like MVP tier. Yeah, it's kind of the way I look at it. Oh God! All right, chat. I'm gonna do the quick little YouTube intro, and then we're gonna get into this. What's going on, CDL fans? Today we're gonna be ranking players for Major 2. So this is Major 2 qualifiers and Major 2. It's not a whole season ranking. This is strictly for just the Major 2 or second split of this season. As you can see the chat underneath me, we are live right now on YouTube. So if you want to hang out in future lives, definitely make sure you sub to the channel. But with all that being said, let's hop right into the list. And chat, should we just go in order of how we have this? I guess we could just go straight in order. So starting off with the Atlanta FaZe boys, TeamSpeak, Snapchat, Twitter, you guys are wild now. Starting off with the Atlanta FaZe boys, let's start out with a BZ. I didn't do any preparation for this, so I didn't have any pre-ideas of where I wanted to put people. A BZ is either A or S. I'm probably going to go a BZ S tier for this split. I think a BZ had a much better stage 2 than he did stage 1. I think he improved a ton, and obviously FaZe won the major. He had a lot of pop-off moments on LAN, so I see you guys agreeing with me in chat. I definitely think a BZ is S tier. Then we come into Cellium. I probably will go Cellium Z tier. Maybe I'll move Cell down to S. I'm going to adjust as I go. Like I said, I didn't say this in the beginning of the video, but adding this in here, I do want to make this a bit of a bell curve where the middle tiers, like the A, B tier, kind of has more players, and then it's sort of, you know, the top and the bottom have less. So I want to focus on really looking at the tiers this time around. But for now, I'm going to put Cell in Z, and then maybe we'll move him just depending on how we want to do it. Are we doing it in order again? Yeah, we're doing it in this order. Then we're going Draza's. Oh no, we're not going to do it in tier order. It's just too difficult to do tier order, and it gets too complicated. It takes too long. So we're just gonna. It's not going to be left to right order. They're just going to be tiers. But I do think Draza's S tier. Draza had an incredible stage 2 in my opinion. He was probably better than a BZ in my opinion over the course of stage 2. I mean, if you saw the breaking point cards, he was a 99 overall. I'm not saying that that's like determining my list, but I definitely think Draza had a bit of an underrated stage because people like to just hate on him. Yeah, I would say on the overall season, Draza wouldn't be S tier, but since we're doing just stage 2, I'm putting him in the S tier. Simp is Z tier, obviously. Simp is my second best player in the game. I still think Scrap is the best player in the game, although I'd probably have Simp as like the MVP front runner. That might get confusing, but I do think that Simp and Scrap are the two best players in the game for sure. So I see a lot of people saying Draw's A tier. I'm sure we all know Simp is going to be Z tier. I don't think anyone's going to debate that. Then we go into Boston Breach. Let me move Capital down to the bottom. LAG beat this, guys. Yeah, dude, LAG beat this team, chat. LAG beat this. ASIM, I'd probably go B tier. I think you could argue C tier for ASIM. I mean, the entirety of Boston was disappointing. I know with him getting dropped, people are really talking about him a lot. People are saying the flank is like over-gassing him to try and get him on teams and stuff like that. Personally, for me, watching the matches, even though ASIM's stats don't look crazy, I thought ASIM looked really impactful on the map and was doing good things for Boston. He did really struggle in Search and Destroy, though. But at the major, he was also their best player. But then again, they only played, what, 2 series or 1 series? So not really much you can say there. I'm going to give ASIM B tier for now. Maybe we move him down, but I'm going to keep him in B. Priesta is probably C tier. Honestly, the other Boston guys are probably... Dude, I might put all... I don't know. The Boston guys are interesting because they all kind of sat around the same stats. Like, if you look at Breaking Point's website, everybody on Boston pretty much had like a 1 KD. ASIM actually had the lowest KD on the team at like a 0.93, a 0.94. So I don't know. I kind of like, it feels weird having ASIM a whole tier above his team. But at the same time, like, he was, I don't know. I'm trying to think about this in a way that makes sense. Like I said, I think the B and the C tier are going to be the tier with the most players. And I don't think that any of these guys were the worst players in the league. I know their team played bad, but I don't think individually any of them were on the level of some of the other players we're going to get into. But let's just keep it moving and we'll adjust as we go, like I said. Crazy they dropped their best player. Exactly, Irving. I think personally, I think Slasher and ASIM were their two better players, and those are the ones that got dropped. So maybe that goes to show you why I'm not a GM in the league. But let's move on to the Royal Ravens. For Clayster, I'm going to put him in the B tier. I think Clay had a bad online stage, but he turned up on LAN, and LAN obviously matters a little bit more. And I think for that reason, he's sort of... I'm going to put him in the B tier. I think Clay is deserving of that. Fellow... I'm going to put Fellow in the C tier. Fellow could be in the D tier, but like I said, on LAN, Fellow also turned up, and that gives him a little bit of a bump in my opinion. Both of these guys, Clayster and Fellow, were probably D tier players online leading up to the event, but they both turned up on LAN, so I'm going to give them a little bit of that respect and kind of bump them up, maybe 1 tier, whatever. Gwyn is going to be A tier. Gwyn is just that guy on this team. He is the best player on the team for sure. Dude, honestly... I might move Clay down to C as well. We'll see. We'll see as we keep going, like I say. But I think Gwyn is definitely A tier. He's the best player on this team, for sure. Tej, I'm going to put Tej in the B tier. I think Tej has been solid. He hasn't been anything crazy. He hasn't really had any like crazy pop-off moments. He also hasn't really had like the search and destroy prowess we've grown to expect from Tej. But honestly, I think Tej has been solid this season. I think Tej has been very, very solid this season. Adam Assault, I know they did good on LAN. I'm putting him D tier. I feel like this guy is one of the bottom players in the league. I mean, no disrespect to Assault. No disrespect to any of these players. At the end of the day, these guys are all pros. They're all way better than I am. So just so people understand that, I'm gonna say Assault is definitely a D tier. Diamond Con, probably B tier this stage. He had a much better stage 1 in my opinion. I don't think DC was nearly as good this stage, but I still think he was like a very solid, respectable player this stage. I think he had like a 1.0 or a little bit over a 1.0 in terms of KD. He did his thing. You know, he did his thing. It wasn't as good as stage 1, but he still was good. Estriel, I'm putting him in the A tier. I think Estriel was incredible this stage, honestly. The jump I feel like he made from stage 1 to stage 2 is extremely noticeable. And I think he just was really, really good. Low key, bro, you could probably argue like Estriel or Gwyn for that matter to come up to S tier, but like I said, we're trying to keep a little bit of a bell curve here, so I really think that's how we're doing this. Are we also gonna rate the players based on name? Should we do it? Dude, we should do a tier list or like a stream where we put the players in a list based on their gamer tag. I think that would actually be kind of fire. Fame, he's gonna be C tier. I don't think Fame is D tier. I also think like Fame is the kind of guy who like I feel like he has his moments, especially in Search and Destroy, where he looks really, really good. But over the course of the entire stage, I feel like he was just kind of like average. You know what I mean? Like maybe slightly below average, but over the course of the entire stage, and honestly, the whole season, Fame's just kind of been like he's just been there. You know what I mean? Like people haven't really thought too much of Fame or too little of him, I would say. So I'm gonna put Fame in the C tier. Then we move to my LA Thieves. We're gonna put Cammy and Joe Deceives down to the bottom. Oh, Lord. Time to do my LA guys. Afro, I mean, is going to be D tier. Obviously, he got dropped. He just hasn't been good. I think Afro had his moments, similar like what I was just saying about Fame. Like, Afro has his moments or his maps where he looks really, really good. And maybe you could argue him being C tier, but he doesn't put up damage. I feel like he doesn't... Afro, oh my God. I feel like he doesn't shoot back sometimes, and like... It's just, I don't know, dude. I expected more out of Afro. I don't want to say I expect so much. I expected more out of Afro, and he doesn't hold his irons. Exactly what you just said, Slayer. Sometimes he's just not holding his irons, but I think he's going to be good in challengers, and he'll find himself back in the league. Dan Ghosty, I'm going to go A tier. Maybe you could argue S tier for Dan Ghosty as well, and like I said, at the end, we'll kind of review and see if I want to move anything. Ghosty's been our best player. It's not a question. I think he's been really, really good. He's been doing his thing. This guy is hopefully going to be sticking around with LAT for a while. So I'm excited to hopefully keep him on the Thieves for a while going forwards. Then we move into the new additions, Kremp and Nasty. And these guys are a little bit hard to... These guys are a little bit hard to rank because I feel like they should probably be in the same tier. They both had series where they played really well. They both had series where they didn't play well. You know, Nasty's been doing damage the entire time. Kremp has definitely been a little up and down. I probably lean C tier, but I feel like maybe you could argue B tier for these guys. But I probably lean them more C than B. I mean, maybe you could say Nasty could be B, because like I said, he's been really putting in damage. Even when he's not getting kills, like he'll have like a 0.8, a 0.85, but he'll have the most damage on the team. So you might be able to argue Nasty, but I think for now I'm going to stick them both in the C tier. But these are definitely players that have the potential to be higher on this list. Then we get into Dylan Attach. Dude, Attach is tough. Attach is tough. He might be Z tier, but also I feel like Z tier can't have too many players, so he also could be A tier. I mean S tier. Attach is definitely in one of these top 2 tiers. I think Attach has been one of the best, probably 5 players in the game and Major 2, in my opinion. If you guys watched the Around the CDL podcast from last night, it's also up on the channel if you want to watch that. I said my top 5 players right now were Scrap, Simp, Hydra, Stellium, and Attach in that order. So I'm gonna go Attach S for now, but there could be a world where I maybe move him up or I move Stellium down, because I really think Attach has been crazy. And the fact that he does all that on his team, I mean, his team isn't, I wouldn't say his team is shit anymore. But he's, you know, Attach has been cooking. Geo, I would say is A tier. Oh, dude, Geo's been really good. I think Geo for sure is A tier. He's been, I think Geo is a top 3 rookie in my opinion. I think the rookie race is hard. I think there's 4 rookies right now. I think it's Gwyn, Linz, Estriel, and Geo. Linz has kind of taken a bit of a step back, whereas Estriel and Geo have really stepped up. That's a close race, though, for Rookie of the Year at this point. I'd probably lean Gwyn leading the way right now, but it's definitely a close race for these guys for Rookie of the Year. Nero, I'm going to go A tier as well. Nero, he had some boneheaded plays on land. He obviously had some boneheaded plays on land, but Nero was incredible. If you go on Breaking Point and look at his stats, Nero had an amazing split. He was like top 5 in some KD categories too, which is crazy for a fast-paced SMG player. Nero's been him, bro. Nero has been him. Oh, Standy also, we can move him down. Purge is probably C tier. You might be able to argue B tier just because of how much better he's looked, considering he was like bottom D tier last time. But I'm gonna say Purge. Obviously, the slaying and the KD and stuff isn't there, but the plays he makes on the map, you could argue B for him, but for now, we're going to put him in C, and we'll kind of readjust as we go. For the Miami Heretics, we'll move Journey down. Dude, for Miami, it's tough because, I mean, Miami just had a rough one. Eric Boom, he's D tier. He hasn't really had the greatest start to his rookie year. We'll see what ends up happening with this team. They've been trialing Real today, apparently. They've been trying Real in for, I believe it's in for Eric and in for Vickle or something like that. So I think I'd probably go D. I'd say Lucky and Vickle are probably C, and Metals is probably D. I think both of these guys, Lucky and Vickle, sort of like have their moments on this team where they play really well. You could obviously argue these guys moving down, but dude, I probably would keep these guys in the same tier. I think Lucky might have been a little bit better this split. But you could argue them all being D tier just considering how bad the team is played. But I also want to look more at like how the individual is playing for a player tier list and not necessarily the team. I know there's only 4 players on a team, so it's like how they have a big impact on the team's performance, obviously. But then we get to Lamar. And Lamar is probably, I'm gonna put Lamar in the B tier, bro. I'm gonna put Lamar in the Z tier, chat. I'm putting Lamar in the Z tier. I misspoke. But yeah, I think in reality, I'd probably put Lamar B. I think he's been very solid. I think he's, you know, Lamar has his moments. He really, dude, Lamar is a player that you could almost always bet on to do really well in a game 3 or a game 4 when his team is about to get eliminated. If you notice, Rocker go game 5 all the time, and if you go look at game 3s and game 4s, Lamar always puts up insane stats. I don't know what I mean, he's the Iceman for a reason. This guy just turns up when his team needs it most, so major shout out to Lamar. For Lins, he's probably also B tier this split, honestly. Lins could maybe even be C tier. I really don't think Lins has been that good for the most part this split. B or C, I'm kind of not sure exactly, because I don't know. I feel like Lins has been like probably better than ASIM. You know what I mean? And we have ASIM in the B tier. I feel like over the course of the stage, he's probably been better than Clayster, but he has not been nearly as good as he was at Major 1, obviously. Awakening is going to be D. I don't think there's much to argue with that. And I'd probably put Vivid C, honestly. I don't think Vivid was that bad. I was a little bit surprised he got dropped. I thought, like, after Awakening, he was the next one to obviously be dropped. But I don't think Vivid was really that bad. I feel like Vivid's just a guy who's, like, he's kind of like, he plays that role like Nero does, where when he's on point, he looks amazing, like top 5, top 10 caliber type of player. And when he's not on point, he just gets absolutely fried. So it wasn't his split. He obviously is going down the challengers now, but I'm going to put him down in the C tier. Now we move to the New York subliners. Hydra, Z tier without a doubt. I think Hydra is one of the best players in the game by far. This guy had an insane major, an insane split. I mean, the homework this guy does, right? The wall bang spots this man has, like, major shout out to Hydra and New York. Obviously, Ordnance Gloves got GA'd, so we won't be seeing those nade spots like we saw, or at least to the extent we saw them. But I think Hydra has been a top 3 player in the recent weeks and the recent months. So he deserved Z tier. Kismet, I'm going to go A tier. I think Kiz had a really good online. He wasn't as good on land. He was great in search and destroy this split, for sure. But Kiz, I think, just had a really good... Overall, he was just really, really good. I mean, just considering how good this New York team is, like, obviously their players are going to be kind of up a little bit on the tier list. For Sib, I'd probably go A tier as well for Sib. You guys saying C? Really? Am I crazy for thinking Sib was that good? I thought Sib was good this stage. Am I faded? Let me pull up Breaking Point. So we can look real quick. You guys are saying Sib didn't do anything, so let's see. We'll look Major 2. Sib had a 1.06, 76 Slayer rating. Oh my god. This website has a lot of ads, I will say. He had a 1.14 in hardpoint. He was bad in search. But a 1.06, yeah, no. I'm putting Sib in A tier, chat. If you guys think he's C tier, when we get to your tier list, you're going to be able to do what you want, but I think Sib was good. And then Sky is probably A tier as well. I think these guys just as a whole, I mean, if you look at the overall stats for this team, they all do their thing, but Hydra is obviously the standout player. I think New York, top 3 team at the major, you're going to have players high up on the tier list. It makes a lot of sense. We're going A tier for them. Then we move into the Seattle Surge. We'll move Illy down since he didn't play. Dude, Seattle's hard to rate. I mean, Arcides and Brezzy are going to be D tier. I don't think there's much else that needs to be said about them. NSL wanted to pack a punch, but instead they got a teddy bear from the mystery box. That's crazy, Slayer. That's crazy. But yeah, Seattle Surge. I mean, Arcides, Brezzy did not really play very well. Hook. I kind of thought Hook was pretty decent. I thought Hook was pretty decent this stage. B or C tier. I'll put him C for now. Abuza might also be in the D tier this stage. I didn't think he was that good either. I do think Hook was their best player. I think he was picking up the pace when his teammates weren't, and I know people are like, well, then maybe he should slow down, or maybe he should, like, whatever. Like, no, your team needs to pick up the pace. If you look at the pacing of these top teams, they're not playing slow. They usually have one AR that is slow, like your Insights, like your Celiums, right? Like your Dashies, the AR that is going to play a slower role. But you should not have 3 players playing slow when 1 player playing super fast. Like, you got to speed up to match Hook's pace. But that's how you have map control. That's how you make impact on the map. So, oh my god, Danny's going wild. So that's kind of what I think for Seattle. Obviously, they're making changes, or they're making a change, but we'll see. Then we come into the Toronto Ultra. Toronto's an interesting one. I want to look at their stats. because, well, first let me get this out of the way. Scrap is obviously Z tier. I think Scrappy's the best player in the game right now. I don't think that's a surprise, for sure. But if you look at the stats for this team, Insight and Envoy struggled, bro. Insight and Envoy struggled, and Search and Destroy, this whole team was god-awful, which is crazy because they went on like a 12-map Search and Destroy win streak or whatever at Major 1. I think Kleenex is probably A-ish tier, if I had to say. A, yeah, I'd probably go A tier, and then I honestly would probably go B tier for these other two. Obviously, Toronto is still a great team. These guys still make plays, even if their KD doesn't look good. But, I mean, Scrap kind of carried them this split. I'm not going to lie to you. Scrap's numbers, I mean, if you just look solely at, like, the Slayer rating, like, his Slayer rating was so much higher. His respawn KD was so much higher. Like, Scrap was, like, he was making the plays. He puts up the most damage in almost every single category. Is Ultra the worst of the top 4? Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. I don't think that's a surprise. Yes, dude, it is my fault that OPTIC lost. It's my fault and LAT's fault that OPTIC lost, man. If LAT would have beat OPTIC, or if LAT would have beat FAZE in round 1, OPTIC would have had winner's advantage or veto advantage going into the finals. But yeah. And then chat, we're down to our last team. We're down to our last team. It is OPTIC Texas. And let's see here. I would say for OPTIC Texas, Shotzi's S tier. I think Shotzi had an incredible stage. If he played better on LAN, I really think Shotzi could be a Z tier player. But I think Shotzi is just, he was really good. I mean, I know people are going to say like, oh, it was online, or oh, he doesn't do it against the best teams. Shotzi was really, really good. I also think Kenny, S tier. I think Kenny on LAN was incredible. He was really, really good on LAN. He was really, really good. I mean, we can look at OPTIC stats for the sake of it, just so people can kind of get a picture of it. I mean, if you look at OPTIC stats, bro, their KDs are all super similar. Their numbers just across the board were very, very similar, which I do think goes to show you how balanced they are as a team and how much their teamwork is kind of impacting, which I think is pretty cool. I would say probably Dashy and Pred are A tier, in my opinion. Wait, what just happened there? I'd say Dashy and Pred are probably A tier. Pred was not that good this split. I see people saying S, I see people saying Z, and we get to your tier list, you could do what you want, but Pred really was not nearly as good. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet. I should pull this up, actually. I should pull this tweet up so I can show it to you. Let me, and like I always say, KD does not mean everything, right? The stats does not tell the whole story. I know we know this, but if you look at these stats, Pred had the 3rd biggest drop-off in terms of KD from Major 1 to Major 2. If I could zoom in, that'd be great. Look at his, he dropped from a 1.17 to a 1.03 from Major 1 to Major 2. Now, like I said, this isn't everything. KD isn't everything. He's not washed, obviously. But you definitely notice the difference in this OPTIC team. And I don't know if it was their actual plan to enable Shotzi more and have him be more of their front-running star type of player that's getting all the kills, but it worked well because they obviously got 2nd place. So they went from 3rd to 2nd. You can't really knock it too much. These guys are all really great players. All of these guys could be Z-tier players on OPTIC. But this is the tier list. How do I feel about this list? All these guys down here didn't play, so that doesn't really matter. How do I feel about this list? I mean, like I said, I wanted it to be a bell curve, and I feel like it's pretty accurate. The A tier is a little bit thick, maybe. The A tier might be a little bit thick. But I don't know. Overall, I feel like this list is pretty good. You could argue Attach coming up, but the Z tier being bigger than the S tier doesn't make any sense. You could also argue Celium coming down, and just having these 3 as the Z. Dude, I'm going to do it, chat. I'm having these 3 as the sole Z tier. I think these 3 are my 3 best players in the league right now. I'm going to move Celium down. There's no disrespect to Cell. I mean, he's still in the S tier, right? This is still your top 9 players in the league, according to my tier. So I think this is a pretty solid tier list, chat. I think this is a pretty solid tier list. You guys can let me know what you think, right? You can let me know if this is a W or an L, if there's anyone you really think that should be moved. And for the people on YouTube, let me know in the comments what you think about this list. I think overall it's pretty solid. Sure, there's probably some people you could move around to different tiers, but I think overall it's pretty good. I think it's pretty solid. Feeling betrayed? L? Oh no, Cody doesn't like it. But yeah, chat, if you like this YouTube video, make sure to drop a like and sub to the channel for more CDL content. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. All right, chat. YouTube video is out of the way. You know what time it is, chat. It is time for the community tier list. It's time for you guys to make the tier list. All right. So if you haven't been here for the last one we did for Major 1, the way this is gonna work, and let me reset like that. Let me reset, and then chat. Do you guys want do you want a what's it called? Do you want a Z tier, chat? Do you want a Z tier? I'll add in the Z tier. You guys let me know if you want it. I feel like it makes sense to follow the same format as I did. So we're gonna do it like this. You want an F tier, chat, or do you guys actually want? If we do an F tier, we don't even need a Z. I feel like if you want an F tier, you can just have S and then turn this to F. That's the whole reason I put a Z tier, is because I don't have an F tier. D tier is like my F tier. But yeah, chat, if you haven't been here for this in the past, the way this works is we go through player by player. You guys just basically say what tier you want it to be in. Make sure you only send the tier once. Don't spam and stuff like that. It makes it hard for me to count. So when I say, where do you want to put a BZ? Just put whatever letter you think it is once. And then we're going to make the list. And at the end, we'll take a screenshot. I'll post it on Twitter and we'll see what people think. We'll see if they think you guys are W or L viewers. And then at the end of the list, we'll let you guys nominate players for basically revoting. And then I'll do a poll in chat for you guys to revote. I could do a poll, but if I do a poll for every player melted, this is going to take like a freaking year. Like it's gonna take a year if we do a poll. So we're going to do a poll for a few players at the end. But I thought the way we did it last time actually worked. I thought the way we did it last time actually worked pretty well. So that's how we're going to do it, and we'll see how it goes. All right. First up, chat, a BZ. What tier do you guys have Abe in? Make sure you send what tier you have Abe in. And then I'll count as you send them, and I'll, put them in the tier that has the most votes. I see a few A's, a few S's. I'm seeing the pretty much about tied. A tier is probably in the lead right now. Let me see. That's three A's, 4 A's, 4 S's, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 S's actually, chat. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you meant S. I see that. All right, so BZ's looking like he's S tier. He's looking like he is S tier. Next up, we got Celium. Where do you guys have Celium? Let me put on some background music for this too, so it's not like dead silent in the background. People running covert sneakers. Cell, we got a Z. All phase D tier. Z, we got 3 Z's, 2 S's, 3 S's, another Z, another Z. I'm seeing more Z's. I'm seeing more Z's, and it's looking like Cell is probably going to be up in the Z tier. I can't wait to see what your guys' tier list looks like at the end of this, because last time we did this, your tier list was a little bit different than mine, which I think is interesting. Draza. Next up, we got Draza. Draza is on the nomination block. D. Oh, Lord, Biggie. Biggie said, get Draza out of here. I see 1 Z. I see a couple S. I see a couple A. 2 D tier votes. Is Draza D tier, chat? Is Draza D tier? It looks like S tier is winning as of right now. It looks like S tier is winning. Oh my god, Draza and his girlfriend. It looks like S tier is winning. A max. Yeah, it looks like we're going S, chat. It looks like we're going S. And like I said, at the end we can review if you want. Simp. Where do you guys have Simp? Probably B tier, right? Simp wasn't that good. This guy's not that good at COD. This Simp guy's not that good at COD, chat, right? He's probably B tier. Yeah, I mean, everyone's saying Z, rightfully so. This guy's incredible. This guy's probably the best player in the game at current day, maybe second best. I think it's between him and Scrap. But this guy's him. This guy is literally him. All right, time to go down to the Boston Breach, and we're starting out with ASIM. Chat, where do you want to rank ASIM? ASIM's gonna be interesting. I feel like we could see a wide variety of tiers here for you guys. I mean, actually, Sit may be better than Arcides. Dude, he might be. He might just be. Okay, a bunch of B's came in, and then a bunch of C's came in. Another B comes in to take the lead for the B tier. Where do we got ASIM, chat? Get your vote in if you haven't voted just yet. It looks like the B tier is winning right now. And I think the B tier is going to take it for ASIM. All right, next up, we got Priesta. Where do you guys have a P-Dog? Ex world champion last year, bro. Reigning world champion. D, B. Oh, here we go. Now we're starting to get some differences. Now we're starting to get some differences. C, B. Looks like B tier is winning. C tier is now winning. It looks like C tier might be taking it here for Priesta. And I do think Priesta is gonna be put in the C tier. I do think he's gonna be in the C tier. All right, Slasher. His AR duo who just recently got dropped. I'm interested to see where Slasher ends up. Like if a team picks him up or if he actually goes down and plays challengers. D for dropped. Slasher D, D, B, B. Wow, so we got 2 Ds and 2 Bs. 1 C. B, it looks like the B tier is winning. 2 Ds. Oh, dude, some double D over here. Probably C. It's somewhere between B and C right now, chat. What do we got? C? It looks like C might actually be winning. Double donut octane? Oh, dude, poor Sam. Sam LaRue is never going to live that down, bro. He's never going to live that down. Feel bad for the guy. All right, so we got, what is that? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 C's and 1, 2, 3 B's. All right, so he's going C. Next up, we got the rookie Snoopy. I feel like I'm auctioning these players off. Hey, going once, going once. Snoopy, C, C. I see a D. C is winning right now for Snoopy. B? Oh, Joey, you think he's B. C, C. Okay, yeah. Sold to C tier for sure. Danny, you're not wrong. That is hilarious, MNK. That is hilarious. All right, Snoopy's going to be C tier. You guys kind of came to a pretty concise thing there. All right, next up we got Clayster. Clayster Q tier, Z tier. Should we do one of these where we have every letter of the alphabet in it? Could you imagine every letter of the alphabet in a tier list? C, C, C. I'm seeing a lot of C's. I'm seeing a lot of C's. C for Clayster. It always seems to work out like that. It always seems to work out like that for some of these, man. Yeah, it's 26 tiers. It'd be lit. Well, it looks like the C tiers are going to be taking it here for Clayster. All right, next up, we got Felony. Tyler Fellow Johnson. He goes by many names. He goes by many names. Hey, we can offer up Clay at the end for a revote if you want. But next up, we got Fellow. Seen a lot of C's for Fellow. I'm seeing a lot. Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to end up in the same tier as Clay if I had to guess, right? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of C's. You guys seem to be coming to a consensus with that one. All right, Fellow's definitely C. Next up, we got Gwyn. Where do you guys have Gwyn? Z tier, A tier? Gwyn could definitely be in a variety of tiers here. I could see you making an argument for S tier. I could see you making an argument for A tier. You guys are pretty much all saying A tier, so it looks like you're on the same page. It looks like you're on the same page with this one. I see 1B. Not on a BZ's level. Yeah, I mean, a BZ was incredible this split. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be A for Gwyn. It looks like it's going to be A. And then last but not least, we got the Cookie Monster. We got TJ Halley. C for Cookie. I see a B tier. Tej B, B, B. Yeah, chat, you guys are kind of locked in. You guys are on the same wavelength right now. You guys are really kind of locked in with each other. I like this. I don't have to count too much. I don't have to count the letters if you guys are on the same page. I see a couple C's, but I see more B's than C's. I mean, actually, the C's are kind of rolling in. The B's are still leading, though. When higher, lower. Oh, Lord. Do we need to do like an entire higher, lower stream where we try to like get 100? Can you imagine? He's B. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be B based on this. All right, assault. Where do you guys have Adam assault? A for assault? Hey, I think I know where you guys are gonna want him. F. I mean, chat, if you guys really want an F tier, we can do one. Here, I'll put up a poll for this. I'll put up a poll. I'll put up a poll. I'll give you guys a little bit to vote, and you let me know if assault or if there should be an F tier added. Tuzon coming in with the $1.99. He said assault D tier. Well, I have to listen to Tuzon, man. He just gave me $2. $2 out of Tuzon. That's enough to swing the whole poll. Chat, if you super chat for someone, you're getting the vote on your own. We don't even need to read chat. We didn't even need to read chat. Hey, Tuzon, though, thank you for the $2. I appreciate it, man. It's pay to win, bro. This is the pay to win tier list, chat. I can be bought. I can be bought here. I'll give you guys 20 more seconds to vote on the poll in chat if you want an F tier. You made that when you didn't know F was possible. Do you want to change to F tier, Tuzon? Do you want to change your vote to F tier? I'll let you adjust your message. It looks like we're going to be adding an F tier. It does look like we're going to be getting an F tier. So let me end the poll. Let me add below. We're going to go F. Oh no, that's still D. And then we're going to go F. And we're going to go... What color do we want to do? Is that darker green? Or no, F tier? Dude, F tier should probably be like gray, bro. F tier should probably be gray. Lamar's Z tier? All right, chat, you heard him. Lamar's Z tier. It's been decided. All right, chat. So, but for assault, D or F? Get your vote in. D or F? We got to re-vote assault now that we added an extra tier. I'm sorry, Adam Assault or anyone, if you're watching this, just know it wasn't my idea to put the F tier in. It was the chat's. It looks like it's going to be F. God damn. It looks like it's going to be F. All right, Diamond Con, chat. Diamond Con. Danny and Tuzon, thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. Or the €2 in the case of Danny. And then Joe Edward with the sub. Hey, Joe, thank you for hitting the sub button, man. I appreciate it. We are glad to have you here. If you like CDL content, you're in the right place. Tuzon with another $2 said, I canceled that message out. Lamar D tier. Oh my God. How does that work, chat? How does that work? I'm seeing mostly B tiers for Diamond Con. Or that's not Diamond Con, that's Assault. If someone sends $2 for Z and someone says $2 for D, what does he come down to B tier? Is Assault moving down to B halfway? Money cheese. All right, chat. Estriel. Where do we have Estriel? I'm interested to see how highly you guys rate this guy. I think Estriel's been really good. A, B, B, A, a lot of A's. I already had him in A tier. I read your guys' mind. That's what I do around here. I know these things. I know these things, chat. Are we legit gonna do this? No, Danny, this doesn't have to become a, this doesn't have to be a bidding war. This does not have to be a bidding war. B, I see a couple B's. B or A. Yeah, it looks like A tier is probably going to be winning here for Estriel. Put Lamar back in Z. We'll move up to A. How about that? All right, last but not least for LAG, we got Fame, chat. Where do you want to put Fame? We don't have anyone in the D tier, by the way. But now we don't have anyone in D. C, D, F, D. Oh, man, here we go. D, F, D, but he did place decent on land. That's true. He did place decent on land. He did place decent. Holy shit. Danny coming in with the €22. He said Lamar Z tier. Chat, I have to respect it, man. That's a lot of cash right there. That's a lot of cash right there, chat. I think you guys understand. I think you guys would understand. I think you guys understand for sure. It looks like Fame D tier based on your votes. Oh, Lord. Money cheese. God damn. Danny, thank you, brother. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. Just send that to Lamar and so he understands how much you're riding for him over here. Next up, we have Afro, chat. Let me move Joe Deceives and Cammy to the bottom. Next up, we have the Fro. Astro's in my Afro. The alert box is just bugging for some reason. Where did he just go? Oh, he's over here. Hey, yo, Danny, this guy's wilding out. Z or F? Dude, Joe, you're not wrong. You're actually not wrong. Sometimes he plays Z tier, sometimes he plays F tier. I see F, F, D, F, D. Looks like D is slightly in the lead. Actually, I think it's tied. 1, 2, 3, F. Couple D, another F. Chat, what do we think? Afro, get your votes in. It looks like F tier might actually be in. Danny, brother, you might have to go to bed. You might have to go to bed. It looks like it's going to be F tier. It looks like it's going to be F tier. I think that's what you guys are leaning a little bit right now. All right, next up, we got Dan Ghosty. The Papaya smoker himself. This guy is off that good stuff, and I love it. Chat, I love it. Where do we put Dan Ghosty? I need this guy to start hitting it more, bro. Hey, Danny, I appreciate it, man. You're the GOAT, brother. You're the GOAT. You're always here to support. A, I'm seeing a lot of A's. You guys are kind of all agreeing. Z when he smokes, dude. Honestly, dude, this guy Ghost, dude. I gotta give it to Ghosty, man. He obviously looked really good in Optic last year, but I feel like a lot of people kind of thought maybe coming into like an LAT team that was sort of, you know, not really filled with star players. I don't know if people expected him to be as good as he is. Because when you put a guy on a team with other really good players, they're gonna just play well. So, but Ghosty's been holding his own. And Danny, thank you again for the 22 euros. That's crazy. My Euro collection is growing. My Euro collection is growing out here. All right, yeah, next up we got Kremp. I already see one C tier in for Kremp. I almost just died. I'm like sweating over here, chat. It's like 85 degrees here in Texas today. I didn't have the AC on at all today because it wasn't that hot. Speaking of Dan Ghost, he went live on Twitch. I just saw the email, the notification. Lamar Z, hey, dude, someone might have paid a little bit of cash to bump Lamar up. Let's just put it that way. Let's just put it that way. Someone might have sent me 24 euros for Lamar to be Z tier. But yeah, chat, where do you have Kremp? Where do you have Kremp? I see a couple C's, so it's looking like C is in the lead right now. Yeah, it looks like C is going to probably be winning it here for Kremp. C for Kremp. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be C. All right, last LAT player. We got Nasty. Where do you guys have Byron? Where would you put Nasty? B tier, C tier, D tier? I feel like it could be any of those. B, Crippen. C, Z, B. Okay, so we got two B and C. C, it looks like C is slightly in the lead now. Where are we voting for Nasty, chat? Where are we voting for Nasty? C, okay, it looks like the C's are taking over. It looks like the C's are taking over. They're running away with it. All right, C tier for Nasty. Next up, we got one of the best players in the league. We got Dylan Attach. Where do you guys have Attach? Z tier? S tier? A tier? I see a Z. I see two Z's. I see an A. I see an S. I see three Z's. Couple more S's, an A, an S. I gotta count now. Now you guys are too split. Now I gotta count. I see 1S, 2S, 3S, 4S, 5. Okay, it looks like S tier is winning. It looks like S tier is winning for Attach. Your phone autocorrected S to A? That, dude, sometimes autocorrect makes no sense to me. I mean, I guess if you're only sending one letter, it thinks you're like using A as in like a, you know, like a word. Because A can be its own word, where S can't be its own word, so maybe that's why it autocorrects, but that's just annoying. All right, it looks like S tier is going to win this one, chat. It looks like S tier is going to win this. All right, we got his teammate, Geo. Where do we got the rookie Geo? Where do we got the rookie Geo? Also, I like to read the ads on the side of the screen. We got fiber gummies. What else do we got? Slow roasted Thursdays. We got Greek yogurt from Walmart. I don't know what's going on over here with these ads, bro. The ads are supposed to be somewhat targeted, but I've never looked up Greek yogurt I mean, barbecue is kind of good. I don't know. I like barbecue. I'm in Texas, so it makes sense. What do we got here for Geo? A. Okay, you're all saying A. You're all saying A. No way you think Attach is on a Beezy's level? Hey, Kendrick, the chat's voting. The chat is voting, and everyone got him on S tier. You guys are putting him on S. I think Attach has been incredible. Attach has been incredible. Texas BBQ hits different. Bro, it does, VD. It really does. It really does. All right, but it looks like we're going A for Geo. All right, then we got Nero. Where do you guys have Nero, chat? Nero's another guy who I feel like could kind of go in a lot of different places. What's my favorite barbecue spot? That's a good question. I haven't been to like a ton of them. I've only been down here for 2 years, just about. I went to this Railhead Smokehouse one time. It was really good. It was really good. But I haven't been to a lot of like the big places. I'm seeing a lot of B's for Nero. A lot of B's. VD, if you got any barbecue spots that I should check out, let me know. I'm in the DFW area, so if you got things in like Austin or Houston, it's a bit of a trek for me. Now you want barbecue? Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, Joey, it's already been 2 years. Well, it'll be 2 years in May, so it's been 2 years and 11, or 1 year and 11 months. You went to Truth BBQ and you visited in Texas and it was amazing. Is Texas Roadhouse in Texas? It is. There is Texas Roadhouses in Texas. All right, looks like Nero for B. Chat, where do you got Purge? Purge A. Is this Purge? Is this Purge A? Where are we voting him? Where? Look, you know I'm in Texas when you got freaking rifle, literal gun advertisements popping up. That's crazy. Z, Purge Z tier. I see a D, I see a C, I see a B, I see another C. Up to D from F. Yeah, I mean, Purge was bad last split, but he was good. Or he was bad Major 1 split. I guess last split now is Major 2. But he was good at Major 2 split for sure. He improved a lot. He improved a lot. I mean, if you look at my tweet referencing it back, he had the second highest KD jump from a 0.82 to a 0.95. So shout out Purge. And Attach had #1, by the way. Attach had #1, by the way. That guy's crazy. Let me count here. I see 1, 2... I see 2 D, I see 3, 4 C's. It looks like we're going to be keeping Purge in the C tier. I think you guys are going with that. Standy didn't play, so we'll move him down. Journey also didn't play, move him down. All right, next up, we got Eric Boom. Another rookie, Eric Boom, chat. Where do you have Eric? Purge's been low-key nice. Dude, Purge has been good, man. I see 3 Fs, I see 3 Ds. I like seeing D's. Pause. Hold on. A C. Oh my God. Melted coming out with a C for Eric Boom. I didn't expect that one. Did not expect that one. It looks like the F tier is slightly in the lead right now, chat. 2 put the whole of... Yeah, put them all in F. Oh, Lord. All right. It looks like it's going to be F tier for Eric. Next up, we got Lucky. Where do you guys have Lucky? Yeah, Eric Boom does have some times where he looks really good. He had some moments on like Rio where he looked really good. Put the whole Heretics in F. We got to go and buy him 1 by 1 or it's going to be impossible for me to actually see what people want. So we're going to do him 1 by 1, but you can just keep voting F. F, F, D, D, Lucky F. You guys are split. I think now F is leading the way a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 3. Yeah, F is leading the way, chat. Where do you guys got Eric or Lucky? Not Eric Boom. And then the D's tie it back up. The D's tie it back up, chat. Get your votes in for Lucky. Get your votes in for Lucky. You'll change to F to break, or you're changed from F to break the tie, so you're thinking D tier? All right, it looks like it's going to be D then, if Random changes his vote. All right, next we got Metals. Metals had a disappointing stage. He was on the list for the worst KD drop-off. Dude, Metals went from a 1.06 to a 0.87. That's the biggest change of a KD up or down for everybody who played, which is pretty crazy. I'm seeing a lot of Fs. I'm seeing a lot of Fs. I feel bad, bro. I really like Metals. I actually feel like this guy has he has high upside. We were saying how high upside for Eric Boom. I think he has high upside. You're seeing a lot of Fs. All right, you guys are gonna say F for Metals. Then we got Vickle, chat. Where do we have Vickle? Listen, chat, I need you guys to do me a favor here, man. Vickle already thinks I'm a hater, so I need you guys to vote him good for the sake of the tier list, please. D, F, D, F, Z. Thank you, Slayer. I appreciate it. C, D. It looks like D is leading ever so slightly right now. Looks like D is leading ever so slightly. C with no hair? Oh, Lord. Couple C votes coming in. Oh, put him in the 3-0 tier, dude. Put him in the tier. Oh, Lord. I think D, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I see 1, 2, 3. All right, looks like D tier wins. It looks like D tier wins. All right, now for the Minnesota Rocker. We got Lins, chat. We got Lins. CDL map tier list across the entire 5 years of the CDL. I'd be down, bro. I'd be down. I like doing tier lists. They're fun. Tier lists are a fun time. Dude, Vickle threw up the 3-0 sign, and then they just, like, barely have won since. It feels bad. C, B, C. It looks like C's leading the way right now. It looks like C, chat. Get your votes in for Lins. A. Okay, we got an A coming out of nowhere. B. C. C keeps its lead ever so slightly. All right, looks like C is gonna be winning it, and as soon as I say that, Kendrick ties it up the B tier. Come on, chat. We need a tiebreaker now. Lynn's the same as Fellow and Clay is Criminal. Could be an interesting way to look at it. B, VD just breaks the tie. VD comes in and breaks the tie. All right, chat. Next up, we got Big Wake. Where do you guys have Awakening? I have a bad feeling about this. I got a bad feeling the chat's about to frickin' light up with a certain letter. Yeah, this is how I expected it to be going. This is how I expected it to be going. It seems you're all in agreement. Small meat, bro. Danny, what you got going on with meat today, brother? Danny's got some crazy stuff going on with meat today, I swear. All right, yeah, I don't think we have to I don't think we have to discuss the F tier too much, or for Awakening. You love meat? Me too, brother. Me too. All right, next up we got Vivid. I'm interested to see where you guys have Vivid. I'm interested to see where you put Vivid because Vivid could kind of be in a, I don't know, he could kind of be anywhere in this bottom 3 tiers, I think. I don't think he's as bad as Awakening, obviously. I'm seeing a lot of D's. I see a C coming in. Vivid, chat. Where are we thinking Vivid? You watched a lot of NADESHOT? Oh, that'll do it for you, Danny. That's where it starts coming out, bro. The more NADESHOT you watch, the more sussy you start talking. See, we got 3 D's and 2 C's for Vivid. Dude, I can't stop, bro. I can't stop. Another C. That ties it up. That's it, dude. That's so sad. Can we get 5 gifted? Dude, literally, I gotta tip it, bro. I gotta tip it to NADESHOT for just like, dude, Chad, I stubbed my toe. Can I get 10 gifted? How do we have accuracy in the Z tier? Oh, dude, Fury. Well, for one, Fury, this is your guys' tier list. The chat is voting on these guys. This isn't mine. But someone paid me $24 to put him in the Z tier. So, you know what I mean. You just got it. Lamar, bro, Lamar. Dude, Vivid's accuracy is actually crazy, though. I think the C tier is winning right now for... I think the C tier wins for Vivid, chat. Yeah, Fury. I had Lamar in the B tier, I think, in my list. You could also rewind. I'm also going to be making a video out of my tier list tomorrow. But if you want to rewind the live stream and go back like 20, 30 minutes, you can see my list. You give the subs to Nade. Hey, let's go, Danny. Let's go. All right, looks like C tier for Vivid. All right, now we get a fun team, bro. Now we get a team that can have some players up top. Where do we got Hydra? You're also a VIP in his stream. That's sick. I love NADESHOT, bro. I love NADESHOT. Z, I'm seeing lots of Z's. I'm seeing lots and lots of Z's. Godlike, dude. Hydra's incredible, man. Hydra is best POV in the league. You're not wrong. I think in general, when you look at like just an every match, like an everyday thing, dude, Hydra or Scrap have insane POVs. Shotzi, obviously, when he's moving and grooving and he's frying, has an insane POV. You dropped 150 subs in Nade. Yo, Danny, you're cooking, bro. You are cooking. Danny's W gifter over here, bro. Oh, God, Suzanne, that's crazy. Yeah, all right, so Hydra Z tier. Hydra Z. Next up, we got Kismet, chat. Where do you guys want to put Kiz? Kiz is another player who, like, I could see people arguing S, A, or B for Kiz. Dude, Danny's the W gifter. Oh, my God. Danny's the W gifter. A. Okay, the A's are definitely leading. The A's are definitely leading. I do see a B. I do see an S. A tier player, S tier impact. Dude, that's a good way to put it, Tuzan. That's a good way to put it. Z tier should only be Simp, Hydra, and Scrap. That's what I had in my list. That's what I had in mind. Well, you know, we're gonna do a little review and see if you guys want to move anyone at the end. And Lamar, of course. Because Kiz got that knowledge. Hell, dude, New York is a very smart team. New York, their players, they definitely put in that work to be good. To be smart about the game. But it looks like it's going to be A for Kiz. Then we got Sib. Sib is interesting because you guys didn't agree with my A tier placement of Sib, I don't think, when I did my list. CSA. Oh my God, we're all across the board right now. We're all across the board right now. We got 3 A's, 4 A's. We got the 2 S's. Another A out of E over here. Dude, E's name is just one letter. Oh my God, dude. E, are you in this? We got to add you to this tier list, brother. A? All right, it looks like A is going to win here for Sib, for sure. It looks like A is going to win for Sib. All right, last but not least for the New York subliners is Skies. Where do you guys have Skies? S tier, A tier. I feel like those are probably the 2 tiers for Skies, I would say. S or A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The A tiers are leading. The A tiers are pulling away. Danny, Joe, E coming in with the A's. Looks like it's going to be A for Skies. Chat, I have some sushi waiting for me after stream to eat for dinner, and I just want you to know I'm extremely excited. If you've been around my stream at any point, you know I love to talk about food, and I got food waiting for me after this. I'm so excited. The wall bangs were crazy. They were, dude. People haven't been paying attention. Sky's been frying. Sky's been crazy. Sushi now. Yeah, it's a late dinner. It's a late dinner. It's 8 o'clock for me, but it is what it is. You taking me with you? Hey, let's go, Tuzan. Walk safe, though, brother. All right, looks like A tier wins for Skies. S tier was definitely close, though. Let me do a little recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, it looks like the A tier wins. All right, chat, we're down to our final 3 teams. We got Abuza. Danny, you can go to sleep whenever you want, brother. It's no hard feelings. Yo, Oscar, how we doing, man? How are we doing, Oscar? I hope your week's been going good. D, C, C, D, F. It looks like we're somewhere around D to C right now. It looks like we're somewhere around D to C. D and C is tied. Now F is tied. You guys are tied between D, C, and F. Okay, now D is in the lead. Danny's broken. D for Danny's broken the tiebreaker. Hey, I'm doing good, Oscar. I'm doing very, very good. I appreciate you asking. It looks like it's gonna be D. Worst rookie right now besides Purge. Yeah, I guess, right? I don't know. Eric Boom might be worse. No offense to Eric. He's probably a little worse. All right, looks like it's gonna be D for Abuza. All right, Arcities, chat. Arcities. He obviously got dropped. He's down in challengers. We'll see what he does in challengers. He might just cook, bro. RCDs could be a guy that just goes insane in challengers. RCD's in his own tier. That's messed up. That's messed up. Below F. Oh, you guys are coming for Alec. Dude, we added an F tier, and then you guys are like, we got to put him even lower. Yeah, it looks like F tier is going to win. F tier with an S tier ceiling. Dude, we've seen S tier RCDs in the past. Dude, Upcash, you're not a fan, brother? This is, dude, chat's voting right now, Upcash. Chat is voting. All right, then we got Brezzy, chat. We got Brezzy. I gotta say, listen, Brezzy was definitely dealt a tough hand, right? He was definitely dealt a tough hand, but he definitely is not really showing much. Definitely is not showing a ton. D, D, F, F, F. It looks like Challengers tier. Oh, Challengers is calling, brother. It looks like the F tier is slightly in the lead right now. What do you guys think? Brezzy, chat. Brezzy. Yeah, Upcast. At the end, we're going to go through and you guys are going to nominate some players for a revote and we'll do some polls for a couple of them. So if you want to do ASIM, we'll see. All right, looks like it's going to be F. We need a new tier. Oh, Lord. Dude, I don't think I can fit any more tiers on the screen. We're going to start running out of room. All right, then we got Hook. Who's that? You don't know who Brezzy is, Tuzon? Hook. C, D, D. Looks like D is winning. D is still winning. The C's tie it up. The C's take the lead. Oh, man, chat, this is like a race. I got to figure out a way to get it on screen. So when you type the letters, there's like a bar on screen that moves and we can actually visually see who's winning. We got 5 D's and 5 C's. Chat, come on. Someone give me a tiebreaker here. Another D comes in. Realistically, F. Oh, Lord. C. Kendrick coming in with a tiebreaker. All right, it looks like we're getting C. It looks like we're getting C tier for Hook. All right, chat, 2 more teams. 2 more teams, and they're good ones, so this is going to be fun. We got Kleenex. Where y'all got Toby at? Where do you got Toby at, chat? S, S, S. Lots of S's. I'm seeing lots of S's. You guys are all in agreement. 1A coming in. Yeah, I think you could argue A or S. I think he's A or S. Illy and A. If Illy was playing, bro, he might be an S. S for stage 1. Yeah, guys, we're just doing stage 2. We're just keeping it simple and doing stage 2. At the end of the year, we could do like a full year tier list. But for now, it's just easy to keep it stage by stage. You guys are already moving on to Envoy. Oh my god, I didn't even say anything. You guys are moving on. I love it. B, A, A. Oh, it looks like the A's are winning for Envoy. Envoy, same as ASIM. F, A, A. Okay, the A's are taking the lead. Yeah, Envoy was definitely a bit. Envoy and Insight were both mid. Kleenex A if it's stage 2. We can revote Kleenex if we need to. RCDs is in the chat. What up, RCDs? Chat, get your Envoy votes in. Get your Envoy votes in. Right now, A is slightly in the lead. Everyone did. Oh, Lord. All right, I think Envoy is going to stick in A. I think he's sticking in A. Yeah. So the way we're doing this is stage 2. So it's major 2 qualifiers and major 2 only. So it's just the online qualifiers and the major for stage 2. The Twins have to be an S tier? Hell yeah. All right, Insight, chat. Where do we got Insight? Where do we have Insight? Insight B, 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 S. Okay. A, B, B, or A. Looks like the B tier is winning for Insight right now. B, unfortunately. Yeah, dude. It pains me to put guys like Insight in like B tier, but I mean, he was definitely not mental over ASIM. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Insight chat. Get your votes in for Insight if you haven't. It looks like it's gonna be B tier though, unfortunately. Looks like it's gonna be B. I see a couple A's, but it looks like it's gonna be B. 0 over ASIM. Dude, 0 is good, bro. All right. We're gonna keep him there. Next up, we got Scrappy, chat. Where we put in the big dog Scrap. I have a feeling it's gonna be all Z's. Honestly, if you put anything other than Z, I think you're faded. Yeah, I mean, Scrappy is that guy, bro. Scrappy is that guy. I mean, he's just as good as Lamar. That's why they're in the same tier. Right? Yeah. All right, we don't got to talk too much about Scrap. We know how good he is. All right, then we got Dashy, chat. We got Dashy. What are we thinking for Big Brucey? I see an A. I see an S. I see another S. A B. A couple A's coming in. Oh, the A's are flying. All S for Optic. A, S. Where we got Brucey, chat? The A's are in the lead right now. The S's might be catching up, though. 2, 3, 4. Dude, Upcast, the salt is just making you bread over there. I love it. A, all right, looks like A is going to win for Big Brucey. Then 3 more players, chat. 3 more. Then we got Kenny. Where do you guys want to put Ken? Where do you want to put Ken? Kenny S for the performance at the major. Kenny was incredible at the major. S, S, a lot of S's. You guys are showing Ken that love for sure. You guys are showing Ken that love. I love it. I love it personally. Kenny might be Z if land strictly. He is. Kenny was cooking, bro. All right, you guys are saying S for sure. You guys are saying S for sure. I see some Z's if we were doing land only, which makes sense. All right, chat. Pred. Where you guys got Pred? Can we redo a BZ? Yeah, like I said, after we get through these, we're going to nominate some people for redos and we'll do polls. We got Pred, chat. Z, S, A, Z because you're his mod. Love it. B because of the land performance. Yeah, dude, the land was a little difficult. We got Draza in chat. We got Draws in chat. We had Arstees in here. A, S. I think the A's are in the lead a bit right now for Pred. What are we thinking, chat, for Pred? Actually, they might be tied, A and S right now. Get your Pred votes in, chat. Get your Pred votes. You think Pred over Kenny? Oh, Lord. All right, I think A is slightly in the lead. All right, chat, last player, and then we're going to do polls for some revotes. We got Shotzi, chat. We got Big Shotzi, or Little Shotzi. I don't really know how big he is. I couldn't tell you. S, A, S, Z, A, A. A is in the lead right now. Wait a second. S, Z, S. Okay, I think S slightly in the lead now, maybe. A couple of Z's in there might pull us up a little bit. S for Superstar. Hey, shout out Superstar Shotzi, bro. Triple S, or double S, Superstar Shotzi. He was terrible on land. I don't know if I'd say he was terrible, but he is not nearly as good as he was online. All right, it looks like it's going to be S for Shotzi. I see a couple. I see S, Z. All right, chat. Now that we've done everybody on the list, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through row by row. Okay, we're going to go through row by row. We're going to start out with the F tier. If there's anyone you think should be re-voted in the F tier, put their name in chat. And if a couple people say the same person, we'll do a poll. So we're going row by row, chat. So we're starting out with the F tier at the bottom. Fun fact, Shotzi's only gotten positive against the Heretics. Oh, Lord. On land? That's no good. Do you think anyone should be renominated? I see one assault. Upcast wants to revote assault. We can do it. We'll do an assault vote. We'll do an assault vote. And we're only going to do like 1 or 2 players per tier. So we'll do an assault vote. Vote on the poll, chat, where you think assault should be. We have him in F tier currently. Do you think he should go up to D tier or should he stay in F tier? You guys do the polls. I'll give you guys like 30-ish seconds to get your votes in. And we'll see what the chat thinks. Because this is the chat tier list. This has nothing to do with me. None of my personal opinions on this one. This is all chat. Assaulted buttons. Oh, Lord. Assault off the list. I mean, he might... I mean, he looks like he's going to be on the list for next major, too. D, because his land performance was tippable. Yeah, I mean, you guys definitely have a... There's definitely a argument to be made for assault moving up just because of what he was on land. But it looks like it's going to be F tier still for assault. All right, chat. Now we'll go to the D tier. Is there anyone in here you want to revote in the D tier? I probably doubt it. You could just type no in chat if there's one you want to revote. If I see a load of no's, we'll just move on. LAG is broke. They won't make a change. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Illy is better than half the players on this list. No, Illy's probably better than more than half the players on this list. Nah, it looks like people don't really care. Abuza? Do we really want to do Abuza? I think we're just going to keep it, chat. I think we're just going to keep it. That is true. You did say at least. All right, chat. C tier. Anyone in C tier? We got a bunch of people in here. Is there anyone you want? Also, chat, say the player and where you think they should be. So if I have to make a poll, I know what to do. So is there anyone in the C tier that you think should move and where do you think they should be? I see Clayster up. Clayster bottom C. Yeah, we're not doing it in order, so it doesn't really matter. Priesta D. Priesta and Slasher, P-Dog up. I see P-Dogs up and P-Dogs down. This is crazy. All right, we're going to revote Priesta. We're going to revote Priesta because I see him all over the place. If I knew how to type, that would be lovely. We're going to revote Priesta, and what we're going to do is we're going to do B, C, or D. And I'm going to start this poll, chat. Get your votes in for Priesta and where you think he should be. B, C, or D, and then we'll move him accordingly. B, C, or D for Priesta. It looks like C is kind of in the lead here. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be sticking in the C tier. It looks like he's going to be sticking in the C tier. All right, we're keeping Priesta, and then the other guy we'll do on this tier is Clayster, because I saw a bunch of people saying Clay up or down. So we'll do the same thing with Clay, where we'll do B, C, or D for Clayster. You guys get your votes in, and we'll see if we need to move them. And then we'll move up, and then we'll move on to the next tier. Asim, oh Lord. What do we think, chat? Clayster, get your votes in. Wow, it looks like you guys actually want to move Clay up. It looks like people want to move Clay up. See, this is why we do the revotes. This is why we do the revotes. Because sometimes it just, you know, people change their mind or they look at the full list and are like, actually, I'd move him up. If we're biased, I mean, I wouldn't be. I mean, I'm biased to Clay too, man. All right, chat. Looks like we're moving Clay up to the B tier. Moving Clay up. All right, chat. Now for the B tier. Is there anyone you want to revote, and where do you want to put them? I'm guessing we're going to be doing an ASIM vote, probably. I'm just gonna start the ASIM vote right off rip. I think. ASIM up to A. Oh Lord. All right, so ASIM. I'll put the poll for ASIM, BC, or D, because I saw some people saying he should be even lower. So get your votes in for ASIM. He's in the B tier currently. No way a B tier player gets dropped. I mean, that's a good point. That is a good point. Get your votes in, chat. Get your votes in. I'll give you 20 more seconds, give or take. And we'll see where you guys want to move ASIM. Apparently he was dropped for calling Snoopy out. Yeah, that's what people were saying. But then also people like Doug were saying that. I don't know, dude. There's a lot of people saying all different sorts of things. People were saying he was leaking things. People were saying Doug was leaking things. People were saying the coach was leaking things. Who knows? All right, chat. It looks like we're going to be moving ASIM down. We are going to be moving ASIM down to the C tier with the rest of his team. Is Lamar safe? I guess we'll have to see, Danny. I guess we'll have to see. All right, chat. Is there anyone else in B tier you want to nominate for a revote, and where would you want to put them? Anyone else in B tier before we move on? Doug wore a wire. Oh my god, bro. That was hilarious. Lynn's up. Anyone else, chat? Or are we thinking we just move on? Rigged casino, dude. That's the way that I guess the way this goes. Move on. All right. I mean, I only see Upcast asking things, and he was the one who wanted to do ASIM, so we did one for him. All right, chat. A tier, chat. A tier. Is there anyone in A tier you want to move, and where would you want to move them? This is a pretty large tier. This is our second. This is tied for our largest tier. I see a Skies up. I see a couple people saying Skies up, so we're gonna vote for Skies. We are gonna vote for Skies, whether he should be S or A, chat. Where do we think for Skies, chat? S or A tier? He's currently in the A tier. Do we think he should be moved up? It looks like a lot of you guys are thinking he should be moved up right now based on the poll. It's only like one person has voted A. They never show... Dude, they never show Dashy's POV. You're not wrong. I actually never really thought about that until you just said it. I feel like I never see Dashy's POV. Sorry, Kyle. If you don't want to see my content, I apologize. If you like CDL content, Call of Duty League content, then maybe I'm glad you see it. But I don't know why I keep popping up. I guess the COD just thinks that, or YouTube thinks you want to watch my content. But I apologize if you don't want to see it. It's not my doing. I'm just uploading. You gotta blame YouTube. If you watch a lot of like Scump or Octane or like Zuma, I probably pop up because I've seen in my analytics that I share a lot of viewers with them. Like if I look at my viewership share, a lot of the viewers watch the COD League, they watch Scump, they watch Octane, they watch Zuma, so it makes sense if you watch those guys, why I would pop up. And also you're a member, you got gifted a member at some point, so that's probably why too. Content is peak, W content, hey, thank you, chat. Chat, we need another vote, man. You guys are tied. If it's tied, he's going to stay, I guess. If you haven't voted in the poll, chat. Yeah, Kyle, you just got a random gift. On YouTube, people just gift they just gift the memberships and then it goes out randomly and somehow you got it. So congrats. All right, it looks like Skies is staying in A, chat. It looks like Skies is staying in A. The vote came down to the wire, but I'm sorry. How do we say your name? Pancho or is it like Ponko? Well, I'm sorry. You know, last second voters. Everyone just kind of turned it around. All right, chat. Anyone else in A tier you want to revote or are we moving up? Gwyn S. Oh, Lord. Anyone else in the A tier you guys think should be revoted, chat, or are we feeling good about this? Fear we don't know ball. Oh, Lord. All right, chat. We're going up to the S tier. Is there anyone in the S tier you think needs to be re-voted? You think a BZ should move up? Oh, Lord. Kleenex should move down. Anyone, chat, you think should move? A BZ up? All right, hey, that's 2 people saying a BZ up, so. I'm always on top of your feed. Hey, Kyle, well, on my end, that's a good thing, right? I obviously want people to see my content, but like I said, if you don't want to watch my stuff, then I apologize that it's always popping up. All right, let's do a BZ. Let's do a BZ. I see people saying he should move up, so we're gonna see. We'll put a poll here. We will put a poll. You can vote for a BZ. Should he stay S or should he go up to Z? A BZ takeover, best takeover? Yeah, dude, a BZ's take. I mean, a BZ and Simp, we saw what they did in those finals, bro. It was crazy. No, I can't see who voted, Danny. On my screen, it literally just says there's 14 votes and 36% are Z and 64% are S. Danny's gonna start banning people. All right, looks like a BZ is gonna be staying S. Chat, anyone else in the S tier you think should move up or down? Can't change votes and you fat fingered. Yeah, that is one problem with the YouTube poll. Maybe a series where Cell played better than Draza. Cell and Draza were both really good. Dude, the entirety of FAZE were incredible this stage. The entirety of FAZE were so good this stage. I mean, listen, we'll do a... We can do a poll for... We'll do a poll for Cell. We'll do a poll for Cell. Should he be Z tier or should he be S tier? Lamar new tier on top of everyone? Hell yeah, dude. Lamar gets like God tier, bro. Lamar gets God tier. All right, chat, vote up. S or Z tier for Celium? S or Z tier? It started out hot for the Z tiers, but I see the S tier catching up a little bit here. The Lamar tier. Celium's the control monster. Cell is kind of crazy at control, dude. Chat, by the way, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We've had like 25 viewers the entire time, so I hope you guys are enjoying the tier list, man. I appreciate it. I like doing these tier lists. I think it's a lot of fun. All right, chat, keep getting your votes in. I'll give it 20 more seconds. It looks like he's going to be staying in Z, though. It looks like he's going to be staying in Z, though. Don't know if you enjoy it. That's hilarious. You'll see. Danny, when you wake up, you'll have a clearer mind. All right. You guys are keeping them in the Z tier. Chat, is there anybody else in the Z tier or the S tier you think should move up or down? Z or S? Z or S? Lamar up? Dude, that's hilarious. I see a couple Lamar ups. Dude, chat, low-key, if we keep Lamar in the Z tier, like right in the middle like this, people might not notice. Oh, Austin comes in with the Lamar. All right, chat, here's what we'll do. We'll run a poll for Lamar. We'll run a poll for Lamar. I'll throw a couple options on the poll. You guys can click where you think he should be. I would imagine he should fall somewhere on one of those. We'll move Lamar down for like a half a second so people can screenshot the list if they want, but then we're putting him right back up. But I guess for the sake of fairness, you know. Realistically, he's A, dude, of course, the one I didn't put in. Dude, chat, low-key, though, we could put Lamar in its own tier list as... Honestly, listen, hear me out. I think this is a fair medium. I think this is fair. I genuinely think this is actually the best way to do this. We do it like this, chat. Because then, when I take a screenshot and I post it on Twitter, people don't question why he's in the Z tier. It just looks like he's in the Lamar tier. You know what I'm saying? He's on top of the list in the Lamar tier. I think this is a fair medium. Austin, it's not in any order. It's not in any left to right order. Need to question for Twitter impressions? That's not a bad... I mean, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. The Twitter impressions do go kind of crazy. Don't care? I'll do it for you, Austin. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you and I'll move them over. Even though it's not left to right in any order, I'll do it just for you. Simp is still number 1, then Scrap number 2. I think Simp or Scrap is number 1 or 2. I guess you can say either way. You gunned him twice. Let's go. All right, chat. It looks like this is going to be the list, man. I know not everyone's going to agree with every placement, but as a whole, this is the general community list, which I think is pretty cool. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Hold on. Can I? I'm going to take a screenshot of this for Twitter. Like that. Bang. And I'm going to tweet this out. We'll see if anyone posted on Reddit like they did last time. L list. I'm sorry, Upcast. Next stream, you should create an all-star, or an all-AR, all-SMG, all-rookie teams. Could be dope. That would be dope. That's a good idea. I definitely want to do more streams like this where we do kind of like cool lists or like rankings and stuff like that. I also like doing that type of stuff in videos. But yeah, chat, this is your list, man. This is your list. You guys voted. Like I said, not everyone's going to agree. But in general, this is kind of what people think. In general. Which I honestly kind of agree for the most part. I think for the most part, this is a pretty solid list. It's not exactly the same as my list. And if you want to see my list, you can either rewind the stream if you didn't see it. Or I'm going to be posting the edited YouTube video tomorrow once I can download this VOD. But I think as a whole, I feel like this list is pretty solid. I like the Lamont here. I'm not going to lie, dude. It's kind of fire. The Draza glaze is insane. But chat, I'm going to tweet this out. Feel free to share it with a friend and see if they think that we were faded on this one. Like I said, we'll see if someone uploads it onto the Reddit, because someone uploaded it onto the Reddit last time. I think for the most part, the Reddit kind of agreed with the list you guys made. But end for no friends. Oh my god. Nah, I think as a whole, this list is pretty solid. It's not like crazy, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have someone really good in like a B tier or a C tier. We don't have anyone really bad in like the S or the Z tier. Like, on the whole, this is a good list. I mean, according to this list, these are your top 10 players right here. Z and S tier, according to this list, chat. These are the top 10 players in a league. For Major 2, not like the entire season. I think, like, generally, this is a pretty good list. It's obviously not in order left to right, but, like, generally, these being your top 10 players in Major 2, I think makes pretty... Whoa. Almost having a stroke over here. I think that makes pretty good sense. Dude, I like the list, actually. I can't talk though, chat. Or I can't talk. I can't. Gwyn up. You guys wanna re-poll for Gwyn? Read Aristotle, chat. Everyone get your Aristotle. I need everyone to go buy a book from Aristotle from Amazon right now and read it. All right, but chat, this is gonna be a list. We're gonna keep it. We're keeping it the way it is. We're keeping it the way it is. We kind of went through for the most part. Oh man, chat. But that's relatively gonna do it for me. I'm starving and I have not eaten since noon, so I really need to eat. I'm going to be live on Saturday, so that's in 2 days for people that don't know what day of the week it is. I don't know what time I'm gonna be live yet, but I'm gonna be live on Saturday doing something. I'm still not sure exactly what we're gonna do, but I will be live. It might be during the day, like kind of like when watch party time typically is. That's kind of the plan. But if not, it'll be at some point on Saturday. So at some point in 2 days, I'm going to be live again. And we'll see what we're going to do. If people have ideas of things that we should do, you can definitely like drop it in the Discord, which is linked in the description, or you can like hit me up on Twitter or whatever. But we're going to have a nice you know, stream on Saturday to see what happens. Hungry now? I'm sorry, Danny, dude. You got to go to bed too. There's nothing worse than being hungry while you're laying in bed, knowing you have to go to sleep. Gwyn up. This is the list, chat. We're keeping it. If you want to do a new list, come back in a couple months after Major 3. All right, chat. I think that's going to do it for me, man. I'm starving. Swap Envoy and Insight. The people voted, Lax. The people voted. But I'm starving, chat. I got to go eat. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Like I said, I'll be live on Saturday, so in 2 days. I hope I see some of you guys there. And if you have ideas for what we should do, drop them in the Discord. Link is in the description. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. This is a lot of fun. We're going to do this again after Major 3, and then after Major 4, and then after Champs for the whole season. I see everyone saying Gwyn up, chat, and we're keeping it. We're keeping it. I don't want to hear it. W stream. Hey, thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a ton, chat. I hope you all have a good rest of your night, day, morning, rest of your week, pretty much. Depends what time Saturday. Yeah, Danny, it'll probably be earlier in the day. It'll be earlier than this. For sure. It'll be earlier than this. Here, I'll move Gwyn up just so you can screenshot for a second. There you go. I moved him up so you can take a screenshot if you want. Insight B's as good as TJ. Hey, Lorenzo, this is what the people voted, man. This is what the people voted. But yeah, chat, I appreciate you guys hanging out. This is awesome. We have 21 likes in the stream. We got over 20 viewers this whole time. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to go eat my sushi because I am starving. And I'll be back Saturday during the day for a longer stream, more stuff going on. So I appreciate you guys a ton. And hopefully I'll see you guys in a couple